first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you, as always, for being here with us. We appreciate you joining. We are live streaming out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, as we do every weekday, starting around 1 p.m., going throughout the afternoon, covering a wide range of topics on this show. Right now, we are talking about something coming up, and that is the Cover Your Hearts benefit charity concert that helps to benefit musicians in the area. And there's a lot that goes into that. We're going to get a much better description of what's going on by our guests who are joining us right now. We have Lael Alderman and Jen Deal. Thank you to both of you for being here with us today. And, you know, this is something that really does help out the music community around this area for a lot of reasons. But to get it started here, would you mind just telling us, you know, what this concert is and the organization, the Jeremy Wilson Foundation, that really benefits from this?
Sure. Thanks, Greg. So this will be our 15th year doing Cover Your Hearts. Missed a couple years there in between, but yeah, 15 years of cover night here where we pull together some of our favorite friends and bands across Portland, and we do covers. It starts with guilty pleasures of the 80s and 90s, and so we find bands that do as true as possible covers of these songs, and we string together a night of entertainment. And all the benefits go to the Jeremy Wilson Foundation, and the Jeremy Wilson Foundation has been around just as long as the event here. And what they do is they help provide funds for musicians without health care or other kind of life-sustaining services for them. So it's a great event to be a part of, and supporting the Jeremy Wilson Foundation is fantastic as well.
And when you talk about that, you know, supporting musicians going through different things that could happen, you know, may not have health insurance. That's certainly not something that's guaranteed when you're an independent, you know, musician and artist. So these are all really, really important things. And Jen, asking you here too, you know, how important do you think things like this are for supporting the music community and musicians and all the work that they do?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important because, well, one, as musicians, it's a way for us to show up for our own community, to bring the thing that we're really good at and bring a lot of people together to support all of our fellow musicians that might be going through any kind of healthcare challenges, that don't have the right kind of insurance. And so it's important for us musicians, but it's also a great chance for the community to come out and see a great show, have a lot of fun, bring some joy and some dark days, you know? And so I think it's important for both our music community and people who are music lovers.
Yeah, I think the event last year, we got 250 new people to sign up and support the Jeremy Wilson Foundation, which was fantastic.
That's incredible. I mean, looking at it, you know, for an example, you know, maybe for somebody out there, of the kind of benefits that could be provided for someone. Do you have maybe an example of a musician who's gone through something? We don't have to say a name or anything, but something that could happen where this would be of a great benefit for them.
Yeah, this was, that's why not only do I do this event, but a couple other ones for the Jeremy Wilson Foundation. And I'm also a monthly donor just because it has affected so many of my friends, from helping with medical assistance to even helping pay their rent when they got short. You know, they do all sorts of services for folks, and they kind of adapt to what that person's need may be. It isn't necessarily just healthcare, but it is just kind of helping with those day-to-day things when they are experiencing that emergency.
And Jen, let me ask you too, you know, going back to this sense of community that you were talking about, you know, musicians coming out to help musicians. How tight is that musician community here in the Portland area, but beyond just Portland, you know, Northwest musicians in general, as far as coming down to support each other?
Yeah, I mean, first of all of the musicians that are a part of Cover Your Hearts have been doing it for years. And we always call ourselves a little bit of a family, because it's not just that we're showing up for this one cause, like one night a year, but to Lael's point, it's about really being involved in the organization and seeing the impact with all of our friends that we need it. And then beyond that, I think that the Portland music community is just so rich with creativity and showing up for each other and for the city. It's pretty incredible.
Well, let's talk about the night itself for people that come out to attend, you know, and since Lael, you performed this before, obviously, how hard is it to come up with which cover that you're going to do?
Well, I think the hardest part now is my wife holds me to you can't do a song that you've done before. And after 6 songs a year for 15 years, you start running out. So that's nice that we've started extending it into songs, from the early 90s. But that tends to be, you're shuffling around for they'll open up the call, like, what songs you want to do? And invariably, it's like you're still shuffling songs as it comes to the end. I think this is the first year that I'll be repeating one of the songs, but that's always kind of fun. You dig through and you're like, oh, I can't believe that nobody's done this song yet. We sort of reset after COVID. We figured it had been a couple years and people just needed to have a good time, and yeah, everything's back on the board again. So that helped refresh things a bit too.
Nice. Yeah. And Jen, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a band with my husband, and so the negotiations are really strong when it comes to picking our favorite songs. But for me, I'm a kid that loved the 80s, like 80s music. And so getting to get up on stage and do my best, Madonna or Cyndi Lauper, it's kind of a dream come true.
Nice. Yeah, those negotiations sound like that would be intense beyond even just the performance. There's ramifications there, I feel like. Well, for this show coming up, can we let everybody know, when, where, and how they can attend, and any other really important details that you think they should know about this?
Sure. We're fortunate enough, this is always kind of revolves around Valentine's Day. And this year, Friday is a Valentine's Day. So we'll be doing that. The doors at 7, show at 7:30 at the Get Down. The Get Down has been a great supporter of this event I think this is the 3rd year now. They allow us to waive all the ticket fees. So every cent of the purchase goes straight to the Jeremy Wilson Foundation. There are limited tickets left. They're $25 a piece and $30 if they're still available at the door, but I wouldn't count on that. This year we've been really successful in selling the tickets early.
Nice. And it's a fun club too to get down in.
Yeah, it's a great
fun place
club.
if you haven't been to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for things, outside of just this show, what's the best way for people to support musicians locally going through the Jeremy Wilson Foundation?
And their website is always up to date with all of the different kinds of fundraising opportunities that they're doing. You can donate directly on their website. So definitely check that out.
Awesome. Well, Leo and Jen, thank you very much, for joining me here today to talk about this. Congrats on this many years and figuring out what songs you're going to perform, and overall just helping out, the musician community in this area in general. Thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now.
Thank you so much, Greg.
Yeah.
And for everybody watching, again, we are live. So we're here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, live streaming. I recommend you can download the Fox 12 Oregon apps on whatever device you're on. That's one of the easiest ways to watch all the programming that we have here. You can share from there and check everything else out, too, that we're doing here at the station. But either way, thank you for finding me today. We've got more throughout the afternoon. I am here from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., live streaming throughout the afternoon. And then if there's breaking news, this is a good place to go as well, outside of other newscasts. But thanks for being here with me. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.